There's a monster in the lake. I saw it, and I tried to warn everyone, but no one believed me. Not until it was too late. Grace and her husband lived a short distance from the shore. They married young. Grace was stunning with fair skin and soft blue eyes, and she always wore a smile. In fact, the morning she went down to the lake to do the laundry, she grinned at me. I can still remember how it made my 12-year-old stomach flutter. I was supposed to be fetching water, but instead, I was pitching rocks into the reeds. I didn't want anyone to know that I was too afraid to get close to the water after what I witnessed the week before. Every once in a while, I would look up to see if Grace was still there, beating the clothes with a paddle as the lake's gentle waves lapped against her ankles. The last time I looked, I saw something troubling on the horizon behind Grace. A strange V-shaped ripple in the water closing in on the shore. My entire body froze in horror. Grace turned toward the shore to grab another article of clothing from her basket. Somehow, a single word escaped my clenched teeth. "Look!" Grace heard me. She peered up, her expression bent in confusion. Breaking out of my paralysis, I began gesturing wildly at the lake. Behind her, a dark shape rose out of the water, casting her in shadow. The beast was taller than a spindle tree with grimy white fur. I can still see the torturous moment these many years later. Standing on its hind legs, the beast stretched its arms wide. Grace finally turned. Her scream echoed across the lake as she stumbled backwards. Unleashing a strange hiss, the beast raked its claws down Grace's chest, tearing cloth and flesh, before plunging a pair of canine-like teeth into her neck and shoulder. Grace crumpled under the creature's attack, and I did nothing. I cowered behind the reeds. Grace's husband, Terrence, must have heard her screams because he came riding up on horseback toward the shore. When he saw his beloved wife lying motionless under the creature, his face paled and he nearly fainted. Gathering his courage, Terrence climbed off his horse and pulled a dagger from his waistband. With a grim but determined expression, Terrence crept up to the beast, which seemed to be too preoccupied by its prey to notice. For my part, I couldn't pull my eyes away as Terrence inched closer. My heart pounded for his success and for the faint hope that Grace was still alive. Finally, Terrence was near enough and lunged with his dagger. He struck the beast in the neck. The creature let out a shrill cry and attempted to coil away. Terrence held tight to his dagger and pushed his advantage, stabbing the creature repeatedly until at once it unleashed a piercing whistle and fell dead in the water. In the brief calm that followed, Terrence hurried to his beloved wife's side. Having unveiled myself, I started toward Grace as well, but stopped when another one of the creatures of even larger size sprung out of the water. Before I could even speak a warning to Terrence, the beast fell upon him with terrible fury, pressing him under the surface. An overwhelming sense of helplessness washed over me. Before my cowardice fully grasped me, however, I was sparked with an idea. I ran to Terrence's horse and, leaping on the animal, urged it into a full gallop. As if the horse was one of war and not labor, it showed no qualms about charging into battle. Holding tight to the horse's reins, I rode into the beast, flipping it over into the water. Having been freed, Terrence crawled out of the water, gasping for breath. The beast turned its attention toward me and ventured into pursuit upon the shore. With surprising agility, it caught up to my horse in only a few bounds. Striking me across the back, it threw me from the saddle. Pain erupted from all over my joints as I rolled to a stop in the grass. My breath ragged, I attempted to climb to my feet, but the beast shoved me back down with its paw. I could feel its hot breath upon my neck and smell fish upon its maw. My short life was about to end. But I was spared. Terrence threw himself upon the beast with the fury of a madman, plunging his dagger into the creature over and over. The two toppled into the reeds, and a moment later, the violence ended. Terrence rose to his feet, covered in the monster's blood, while the beast succumbed to its wounds. The next few moments haunt me now as a spectral blur. The desperate, anguished cries of a husband cradling the body of his dead wife. The shocked and curious onlookers who came to bear witness to the carnage. My vacant reflection peering back at me from the surface of the water. Our village mourned Grace and honored her husband's victory over the monster from the lake with an engraving of the battle upon her tombstone. These many years later, it can still be found in our village cemetery, faded and weathered by time. Hello, Sean here. I wanted to thank you for watching this video, but I also wanted to invite you to be a part of something cool. I need your help. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by Halloween. I'm almost halfway there. So before you go, would you please consider subscribing? Also, don't forget to crush that like button and say hello in the comments. I like when people say hi. Thanks for watching. God bless.